Yeah!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah! Welcome back to the Breakroom, our daily show that keeps you updated on all the hot nerd news. We are remote once again. Got no internet at the office, so we're all interneting from home, baby. We hope to have that fixed sometime this week, but we appreciate you if you're watching. This is not a permanent change to the break room. We'll be back in our cool studio before you know it. But today we will be coming at you remote, and we'll be covering some pretty hot updates from Wakanda Forever. We got some Stranger Things, some Top Gun news, some Mission Impossible, a lot of stuff to cover here. And with me to cover it, we've got the goose to my Maverick, Mr. Tommy Bechtold.
Hey, thanks for having me, Zach. It's great to be here.
Feeling very formal on a Monday.
Goose is the one that
I'm
dies,
just messing around. Where's my hangover gang at? Who's picking up the pieces on a fine Monday? Who went to bed last night and said, I could make some changes and woke up feeling like shit, took 2 more hours of a nap, and now they're thinking about everything they've ever done wrong. If you're with me, drop some money in that super chat.
Yes. We'll go back to that super chat in a second. The Iceman to my Maverick, we've got Mr. Brandon Barrick.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll take you down. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'm still alive. I'm here,
Yes,
baby.
back in the flesh. We're happy to have you back, Brandon. And joining us once again, normally off screen, currently on screen, the F-16 to my Maverick. We've got Mr. John Costa.
You can ride me all day, Zach. No problem.
Oh!
A little paraphrasing.
Those are Friday vibes for a Monday show. Okay.
Monday's the new Friday, baby.
Yeah, speaking of super chats, we're rocking our normal reverse swear jar. The second we hit $100 in total super chats, it unlocks a swear that one of the hosts can use indiscriminately. The first one that notices it gets to drop it mid-sentence. Otherwise, we're not supposed to curse, though Tommy might have dropped an S-bomb in his intro.
Oh, I did. I'm so sorry.
Who's counting? But first, the headlines. In an interview with Polygon, Doctor Strange and Loki writer Michael Waldron said he's hoping the events of Multiverse of Madness will make for an even weirder season 2 of Loki. He was quoted as saying, "Nothing is in the movie by accident. Kevin Feige is certainly aware of the implications of everything here, you know? They're not spirits of the damned, just for spirits of the damned sake."
If I have a penny for every time I've heard that said, you know?
How many MCU films do you think have accidental stuff in them that Kevin Feige didn't approve? Think accidental?
Yeah.
Well, I think I don't like the term accident because I do think like choices were made maybe just to like advance the plot of a single movie or to get it done in that day's shoot or whatever without thinking long-term applications. But yeah, felt like there was a lot of those in those early movies, right?
I mean, I think the only accident was that post-credit from Iron Man when he's like, the Avengers Initiative. And they're like, oh, he pluralized it. Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Democratically elected leader. Yeah.
Tommy, could we hear what that State of the Union might sound like?
My fellow spirits of the damned, I come before you, a humble spirit of the damned, and I admit things aren't going as well as we'd hoped. Strange.
Thank you.
But that's good, right?
You,
Things shouldn't be going well. It's like the
that's
opposite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like golf. Lower is better. Not like basketball, where higher is better. Why am I just turning into Mark Hamill's Skeletor?
Also, rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. Okay. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness crossed the 800 million mark at the box office, worldwide box office, over the weekend. That puts it ahead of The Batman, to become the #1 comic book movie of 2022. Really, the #1 movie of 2022, right? Nothing's beating it because we're counting.
Are we sure that Men hasn't passed it? I saw Men did pretty good over the weekend.
Big Jesse Buckley fan over here. Haven't seen that flick yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Are we sure Morbius isn't the top grossing film of the year?
Top grossing in our heart. Multiverse of Madness now sits just below Thor Ragnarok, just above the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie as far as total worldwide box office. In theory, Multiverse of Madness is still growing, still has a couple more weeks of pulling in some big bucks. So we'll see where it ends up in the grand scheme of things. Again, quite the accomplishment in kind of still weird COVID era.
And crazy, like kind of a crazy leap above the first Doctor Strange. I mean, I know obviously now the character is so much more ingrained in our collective Marvel hearts, but like, I mean, it's like double what the first Doctor Strange made or something like that. Like, it's crazy. All it took was a little Wanda, a little mother's love, the love of a mother. To make the movie really sing.
And then moving on to what's on our thumbnail for this video, if that got you to click on it. So we maybe possibly kind of got our first look at Namor over the weekend. There was some kind of weird tweets of like blurry photos and like artist renderings.
Being 15 on the internet and like my mom coming home in about 10 minutes and me just Googling Cindy Margolis and like trying to get like just having her 1 millimeter by millimeter appearing on my computer, and then it being completely blurry, starting to sharpen up, door opening, me scrambling to pull up my Umbros. Yeah.
Cindy Margolis. That's a name I've not heard in some time.
The most downloaded woman on the internet. That's was her nom de plume there. Yes. We can only hope Namor will be the most downloaded man on the internet at one point. But we not only got kind of these like artist renderings, what maybe his character might look like. We got an image of a wrap gift for folks that don't know. Anytime a movie or a TV series finishes a season or finishes filming, they give wrap gifts, like they're wrapping up to all the cast and crew. A lot of times these get in the hands of low-level grips and PAs who then immediately sell them on eBay or post photos on Twitter or whatever. And this particular image was of a hat, a baseball cap that has a picture. I looked up the pronunciation on this. I hope I get it right. It is Tepeyotl, which is an Aztec jaguar god, on the hat. That's the wrap gift for Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever. Interesting. Yeah. So people are thinking maybe this is connecting. If Namor is the main villain of Black Panther 2, maybe they're kind of shifting his origin or connecting the dots here that the Atlanteans are connected to kind of Aztec history.
Okay.
Now, I just want to give, this is actually an earnest hot tip. If you are a film aficionado or TV aficionado and you live in Southern California or New York or Chicago, go to Goodwill and you will find pristine wrap gifts from all of your favorite shows, T-shirts. I'm not even kidding. Like, I know Goodwill can be a little dicey. You might get a pair of jeans with some stains you don't recognize, but they're Calvins. They're Calvins. A brand that has not been relevant in 25 years. But I can tell you, I have found some I found some like Breaking Bad wrap gifts there once. Like I once very hurtfully found the middle wrap gifts there, and I wanted to trace it back to. I got double gifts because I was twice as nice. But anyway, not to derail the conversation, but if you're a film buff, go to those Goodwills and get those wrap gifts, baby. They belong in the house, not a Goodwill. It
is one of the fun parts of living in Southern California. Also, sometimes you'll see unhoused individuals with like a CSI Miami T-shirt, and you're like, did they work on CSI Miami, or was that?
Look a little closer. It's David Caruso.
Oh, still taking those sunglasses off.
Looks like this house is in a home. Yeah.
So anyways, what are we, and this is maybe a fuller topic. We don't have a ton of information on Namor, his involvement in Wakanda Forever. We're just starting to get more information. Some different cast members and things like that are starting to talk about it again. Apparently they've wrapped principal photography on the film. Who knows where we are as far as getting a trailer. Seems like Marvel really likes to drop the trailer for its next movie right before the premiere of its current movie. So maybe early July we might see a trailer for this, right ahead of Thor: Love and Thunder. Who knows? What are you thinking about this news surrounding Namor and Black Panther 2?
It's so hard because it's such I mean, throughout the scope of Marvel Comics, a large character, but not one that's been like immensely popular in a long time. So introducing this character is kind of it's like an earthbound Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like they have to introduce it in an amazing way that people don't necessarily have to be pre-existing Submariner or Namor fans. They can just be like, all right, I just like this character and what they're doing in the movie. So, I think there's a lot of pressure to kind of stick the launch and the landing, so to speak, on it. And right now we have so little information, but I mean, it's Marvel, so they're probably going to make it awesome, right? I mean, we can believe it. Yes. I know people think that we're paid by Marvel. If I was, I wouldn't have bare walls, prison-like setup. So
yeah. Bare Wall Club here.
I was really hoping there would be like a reference to Atlantis or Atlanta or Atlantis in Atlanta. In the Eternals, right? Because in the comics, the Eternals and the Deviants, they play a big role in the sinking of Atlantis. Right. But this kind of twist of like maybe tying them to the Aztecs is very interesting. Like this kind of like old world empires, and maybe the Aztecs were like a portion of the Atlanteans that escaped before the sinking. I don't know, and it separated the two tribes, something like that. It's very cool, but I think you're right. There's a lot of introduction that has to be done here. A lot of pushing it away from Aquaman, who kind of owns the man underwater space as it is right now. So it'll be really cool to see what they do.
And I'm wondering if it'll be a reverse of that, and then the Eternals will be brought back once Namor is introduced, right? Like, I mean, we did have what's his name, Barry Keogh, messing up things in South America and Central America in the movie. So,
Oh, interesting. Well, and like you were saying, Tommy, both Namor, right, is also a different like species, right? The Atlanteans, right? This isn't like Killmonger where he's like a special forces guy and like, there was nothing necessarily supernatural, I guess, other than the kind of the spirituality of the Black Panther culture, right? And the Wakandans in the first Black Panther. So yeah, this will be a big, are there an entire race of people living under the ocean somewhere? That's a big jump kind of from the conflict centered in the first movie. And I also want to say, a lot of people have been speculating about Namor showing up in this even before casting rumors got out there, because in the kind of most recent Ta-Nehisi Coates run of comics, of Black Panther comics that a lot of the first film pulled from heavily, there's a big story arc with Namor where he like floods Wakanda, like the Atlanteans and the Wakandans have like a giant war. Dr. Doom plays a little role in that. There's been some Dr. Doom whispers slipping out on the internet. I don't know that they're connected to Black Panther forever, but
I love Doom whispers, baby. That's like my white noise is Doom whispers.
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of most excited about this whole Namor thing is that character in the comics has so many connections to a lot of characters that we've been sort of like wanting so bad to be introduced into the MCU. You have X-Men, the Fantastic Four, all these people.
He's a mutie, right?
Yeah.
He's a mutant.
And hopefully that this character can sort of draw from all sort of corners of Marvel Comics and introduce all these folks. I know we've been saying for like years, oh, this is how the Fantastic Four is going to be introduced. This is how the X-Men is going to be introduced, but it feels like the time.
Maybe they'll have an accident.
It's bubbling up like a Atlantean uprising. All of our predictions are finally coming to fruition.
That's right. Coming up to the surface after being buried long ago. We'll be coming back to maybe a little bit more Wakanda Forever and Namor discussion. Meanwhile, throw your thoughts in the chat. Maybe you got some predictions of how he might be introduced, what that conflict might be centered around. Is he going to be a mutant? Is there going to be an entire race of Atlanteans? How might that be connected to the Aztec culture? Throw your thoughts in the chat. We'll try to get back to those later in the episode. Moving on, though, and this is big news here at New Rockstars headquarters. We've been scrambling all day. We got word a second Thor: Love and Thunder trailer is dropping tonight during the NBA playoffs on network TV. So we are going to be scrambling to cover that Eric Voss is going to have a reaction live on the channel pretty soon after the trailer drops. We'll have a breakdown on the channel tomorrow. And we're going to come back to this trailer topic in a few minutes for a little, speaking of Doom Whispers, mandatory fun. The most doom-filled whisper you could possibly utter.
That's the whistle I have to play to keep the mandatory fun goblin from jumping out. That keeps him asleep.
Oh God, we must let them get their rest. Speaking of trailers, we got a couple other big trailers dropped in the last 24 hours. We got, after it kind of half leaked on the internet, we got a Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 trailer.
Yeah.
Dead Reckoning. That's not a promise. That's a threat. Part 1.
Dead Reckoning Part 1. So this is going to be a 2-part Dead Reckoning, I guess.
Wow. I don't know that I can handle that much reckoning with the dead.
We were just talking before this aired, and now we all love the Mission Impossible franchise and have seen all the episodes. But can you, after 1, 2, 3, can you name the subsequent sequels with their subtitle in any kind of order?
Yes.
Okay,
there's Rogue Nation, there's Ghost Protocol, there's Mission. What was the 6th one?
There's a Fallout in there somewhere, right? Or is
That's
that
it, right?
Oh yeah, I think that's it. Fallout.
Okay.
There's Rogue Nation, Ghost Protocol, Fallout.
Which one had the Chimera? Was that the second one? I think it was. That was the John Woo.
The Chimera was the second one with Tandy Newton.
And the motorcycle fight, right?
Yes.
The same way I always find you. Magic. Kicks the Chimera virus up in the air and catches.
Oh,
it.
yes.
Maybe I am begging for it. That guy.
Which one had Philip Seymour Hoffman? Was that 2 or 3?
I believe the 4th. 3?
Yeah, that was the 3. That was the fun one.
Yeah. He has a weird mask technology that I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like Goofy.
I'm gonna hurt your wife now.
Yes. So good. I miss him every day, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Pride of Fairport, New York. We love you, Philip.
Oh, rest in peace. But I mean, this movie looks wild. The plot at this point, the overall franchise plot, indecipherable. It's wild. They just build these movies around insane action pieces. They've kind of become the slightly thinking man's Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Exactly.
No disrespect.
Tom is the car.
It does feel like this franchise is rocketing toward a Mars trip. You know, Fast and Furious already did space.
Ooh.
We're gonna go to Mars, and we're gonna do it for real.
His name is Tom Cruise. And it's not the car movie. You know what I'm saying, guys? Cruise, like a car.
I don't know. Lay it out for me again,
Tom
please.
Cruise, like a car.
How have we not gotten Mission Impossible Cruise Control as one of these
For
subtitles?
fuck's sake.
They burned that one. They burned it on a Speed sequel.
Yes.
That's right.
And then we got, I love they call it, they're even saying now, final trailer. When they release these trailers, we got a final trailer for Stranger Things Season 4, which comes out this Friday. Before we talk about this trailer, I just want to give everybody a little heads up on the content that is coming their way. The next 10 days of your life are going to be insane. We get late Thursday, early Friday, we get 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi dropping, episode 1 and 2. Friday night or evening or whenever, we get Stranger Things Season 4 Part 1, which is still 14 hours of content or something like that, right? Didn't they announce the runtimes of this show, and it's crazy long?
It's a lot.
And it's lopsided, though they are breaking the season into 2 chunks. The second chunk is a much smaller chunk than the first chunk.
But that last episode, 2.5 hours. It's insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a long one.
Hey, I love it. I love
Yes.
it. I wish they were all 9 hours long.
Yes.
Every episode.
Again, how can we complain about getting a lot of the stuff we love? And then we're just a week and change away from Miss Marvel. We'll have another Obi-Wan next Wednesday. So in the next 10 days, we get 3 episodes of Obi-Wan. It's a bouquet of riches over here.
Not to mention the boys.
I can't wait for Eric and I to not sleep for 2 solid nights in the calendar week because we're up talking Obi-Wan.
Yes. Eric and Tommy are going to be at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, California on Thursday and Friday. They're going to be going to events, seeing maybe some exclusive clips, trying to talk to people, still making content. We won't have Tommy probably on the breakdown, at least not live. He might be sending in some dispatches from the field. We're very excited for all of the cool experiences both of them are going to have down there. And if you're down there at Star Wars Celebration and you see two gentlemen probably masked up, but who you recognize from the forehead to the nose, say
simply play this tune.
Oh no.
And I will answer. Rohan will answer.
Yes. I do love, I did want to chat just briefly about the Stranger Things final trailer. Like in watching that, and I watched the previous trailer, I haven't watched the first 8 minutes that they've released because I feel like that's a bridge too far. But it's like, oh, there's so much footage in this final trailer that I hadn't seen before. Like, and of course, because they got so many hours of content, this final trailer looks incredible. Like, I don't know, had it been stated before it ends with like, you know, the gang goes, or everything gets turned upside down, and you see them riding their bikes in the upside down. Like, that is dope. I'm very excited.
My nephew James, fan of the show, fan of the channel, frequent appearer of Rogue Theories from about 2 years ago in the pandemic, has reported to me today he's now watched all three of the seasons 5 times through. So if we need him to come on and explain some stuff through the filter of a 12-year-old, he's ready to rock.
Well, speaking of which, I'm one of those sad people who needs a recap of every single new season of television that I watch. And Whitney...
I'll have you guys Skype.
Say it again?
I'll have him.
Oh, good. But I was going to say, Whitney is doing a great recap of the first 3 seasons, because it's been, what, Zach, like...
Yes.
It came out before I started working at Rockstars 2.5 years ago.
Way pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I need that. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
That'll be coming out on the channel Wednesday or Thursday, I believe. She's kind of catch us all up, remind us of all the stuff that happened, because there's been a lot. A lot. Yeah.
Great.
We're very excited. We'll be a busy crew this weekend and into next week, and then basically all the way through June. It's first week of June, we get The Boys comes back.
Oh my God!
At the same
Who's hosting The Boys Underground? No one's reached out to me. Am I fired? Am I rehired?
I'm pretty sure you're doing it, Tommy. It's me reaching out to you right now.
It's you.
Ready to go underground again? Come with me, everyone. Hear my Swatto theories.
So yeah, at the same time, there are a few weeks we'll be getting Miss Marvel, Obi-Wan, and The Boys all at the same time. Also, we have no idea when they're dropping Rick and Morty the next season. They'll probably surprise us.
That will also be me.
That will also
explain.
The theory is August for that, but you never know. It could come earlier. So we're excited here on the channel. There's going to be a lot to talk about coming forward. But one thing we want to talk about real quick are the folks that help us bring this show to you. And today, that is Athletic Greens. We want to thank them for sponsoring the show. Tommy actually has some of their product. That's the AG1 product from Athletic Greens. In every scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and other great stuff to get your day started right.
And I got to be honest, in my path, my eternal quest for fitness, I have drank 1,000 of these powdered supplement drinks. This is good. I could drink this. You saw I just took half of it down. It tastes good. I'll be honest with you. I can look at the back. There's lots of good stuff in here. I don't know if I can drink it, so anyone can.
Yes. And in fact, hopefully when we get back in studio, we'll all have access to some delicious Athletic Greens.
You're not getting this back. This is mine now.
Fair. The special blend of ingredients in AG1 supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your focus, your recovery, all kinds of great stuff. And as Tommy kind of mentioned, for us at New Rockstars, we are often up late catching premieres. Maybe we have to go straight from work to a screening. We're doing that tomorrow. We're going to a screening of Top Gun Maverick, but we'll be going, and you got to grab fast food or microwave something. And it's tough to feel like you're getting all the nutrients you need in for the day. Maybe you also have similar experiences. So Athletic Greens is great for that, because you can feel like, well, I checked a lot of my boxes here at the beginning of the day by slamming some AG1, and I know that no matter what I'm able to consume the rest of the day, I'm kind of taken care of. And right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. Just 1 scoop and a cup of water every day. That's all it takes. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-boosting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/breakroom, the name of this show. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/breakroom to take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. It also helps us out here at the show. We appreciate Athletic Greens, and we appreciate you folks that use that link. All right. We also, of course, want to promote. Actually, you know what I want to promote? New Rockstars is on Tumblr. I've mentioned this a few times before. Some folks watching, maybe you've been on Tumblr in the past. Maybe you're a current person on Tumblr, but you're there for interior decorating tips or supernatural memes or whatever it might mean. Find us on Tumblr. It's New Rockstars Official. We made a lot of really cool Moon Knight content. Jessica Clemons is on there going off. Yeah. She's very excited.
Just killing it.
Yeah. Yes. She's very excited about Ms. Marvel. She's like done a lot of comics research, and Tumblr is like a great place for her to kind of like post those screenshot comparisons and cool stuff like that. So follow us on Tumblr if you're not already. It's going to be really cool, especially built around Ms. Marvel. Now, Tommy, I almost awakened a demon earlier, and you played your magic flute to keep that demon asleep.
Oh, yes.
But might be that time.
Time for what?
Time for mandatory fun.
It's time for mandatory fun. Play it again. Yes, it's time for mandatory fun. This segment's so nice, we play the graphic twice. Segment so icy, sometimes we play it thricey. Hit that graphic again. That's right, it's the segment that's never a snore, so sometimes we henceforth play it four. Hit that graphic again.
This is abuse. This is abuse.
All right, it's time for mandatory fun, where I get 3 absolute, undisputed best friends in the whole wide world for a little bit of optional enjoyment with me. So today we're talking Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor: Love and Thunder trailer coming out tonight. So we have no other choice than to make some predictions. But I don't want us to just get out there and do some rogue predictions or ask some big questions or go inside Marvel or, Wookiee leak out some information or, even go underground with the boys on this one. I want you to explain to me about the trailer coming up. I want each one of you to make one safe prediction. Okay. And I want you guys to make one prediction, one out there prediction, and then I, professional handicapper, degenerate gambler, and someone who once bet $3 on a 12-leg parlay and had to pay out $497 on BoatDog.com before it was shut down by the FBI. And I took money in the form of a check, and it took 3 weeks to get to my house. That check cleared, baby. I'm the greatest gambler of all time, and I will be handicapping because each one of you has told me you will bet $20 of your own real money on one of these predictions that we hear henceforth. So,
got it right here.
A prop.
I'll give away the serial number on stream.
Look at that. All right, download. Use that download code, guys. Call us. Call in if you
can counterfeit that now.
All right, and don't forget to hit that super chat, guys. We know that times are tough, and that gas is $94 a gallon. But wouldn't you like to hear me say the F word once? All right, who wants to go first with a safe prediction?
Safe.
I got a safe prediction.
Okay.
I've been noodling on this ever since you announced what we were gonna have to do. This is a prediction I made for the first one, but I want to repurpose it because I think it's gonna come through. We had "Sweet Child of Mine" as the song for the first trailer. Okay.
Yes.
I think they're not gonna reuse that song. I think they want a fresh song. This is Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah. So I think this trailer is gonna use Meatloaf's "Anything for Love."
Wow!
I think they're gonna use it this time. They're gonna use that. They want the nostalgia. They want the rock.
And I would do anything for love.
Yeah.
Run right into hell and back.
Oh, the pipes.
Thank God we got a mature microphone so everyone can
crispy.
Hear that. That's right. Beautiful, beautiful sounds.
Here's what I'm thinking. We got the classic rock throwback in the last trailer. I think we're going to make the tone a little more serious, okay? It's going to be somber to start. We've got Gore the God Butcher coming into this movie. And similar to, I was rewatching the trailer for Captain America Civil War the other day because it's just so good. And similar to how that movie ends with Iron Man taking Rhodey's helmet off after he's plummeted, I think we're going to have something that we don't quite know what it is when we're watching the trailer, but I think we're going to see a character that we love right before their death in the eventual movie. And I think it's going to be Valkyrie. Someone said on the break room the other day that they thought Valkyrie might not make it. It was Tommy. And I think we're going to see she's got a sacrifice. She's King Valkyrie now. She's making a sacrifice. I think we're going to see the very early moments of her death in this trailer.
That's your safe prediction.
That's safe.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel really good.
Kind of like how we kind of maybe saw Aunt May's pre-death a little in the Spider-Man one.
Yeah. We saw her in peril. We saw her in peril. Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to play it. Both these guys, coming out of the gate, not feeling very safe for the safe prediction. So I'm going to play it very safe. We're going to get our first official look at Christian Bale's Gore the God Butcher.
So safe.
I mean, come on. That's that's
guaranteed.
That's what I was asking for. I think a fade to black and then a gods have had it all for way too long. Someone needs to bring the gods to their knees.
Yeah. Is someone moving in my eye line? Who's moving in my eye line?
You're a good dude, but we're done professionally. Wife's a little Australian in my version, but why?
Welsh is tough. Okay, so now we've all got our 3 safe predictions.
All right, everybody. I heard the safe predictions, and here's how I run it. Meatloaf's I would do anything for love. I'm putting that at 4-1 odds. That's 4-1 odds for Meatloaf. I would do anything for love. Now, sorry, just got a slack from Dodson that kind of threw me off my game. No problem, Dodson. That's my fault. I got to be more of a professional. Next thing, we got Valkyrie's death being teased. I'm putting that at 8-1, Johnny. 8-1 odds coming in home. Finally, we got the first appearance of Gore the God Butcher. I got that heavy favorite at 1-2. That's right. Ooh. You got to bet $2 to win $1 for Gore the God Butcher. It just seems like a shoe-in at this point. Now let's get to those risky predictions.
Okay. Well, we should go in reverse order this time, though, right?
Yes,
draft.
My risky prediction is, in the previous trailer, we saw what we think is Russell Crowe as Zeus from the back, right? Kind of like waving his arms to the crowd. I think in this one, I'm kind of building off of my safe prediction, we see Gore the God Butcher holding Zeus's severed head.
That's so fun.
God, I love that prediction.
That's excellent.
All right.
Okay.
John, you go in the same order since there's only 3.
That's right. I don't feel good about this prediction at all. But, we're here. I think what we're going to do, we're going to see a character that we were not expecting to be in this movie yet. We saw a little tease of Bast in that photo. I'm thinking maybe we get some characters from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think maybe somehow we see a Shuri or a Killmonger in an ancestral plane or something wild like that. I don't know how that would happen in the trailer, but that's where I'm leaning.
I like it. Daddy like you. All right, Brandon.
I kind of had a cameo too for my risky one.
We like cameos.
You like cameo? I got a very specific cameo because I really thought about this one. Okay, I see where John's going with this. They like to maybe pop in another MCU character to get your interest peaked. You know what I mean? Kind of like how we got to see Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, even though he was a big part of that one.
We saw Star-Lord and the Guardians in the first trailer.
We see them. I think there's going to be one out of nowhere that we're not going to expect. And I was trying to think of who it could be. I was narrowing down my options. I think we will see walking around New Asgard with his family, doing a little tour. We're going to see Scott Lang, a.k.a. Ant-Man, hanging out in New Asgard. Maybe a little Bobby Cannavale. Maybe he's there, too. He's taking the whole family. They're all walking around seeing New Asgard. But that's my risky pick. I think we'll see a comedic MCU cameo. I think it'll be Ant-Man. I think he's a safe one to throw in that doesn't really change up everything.
Unfortunately, you're all wrong. It's going to be an Odin and Frigga cameo confirmed.
From
the dead, baby. All right, here's how I scored these risky predictions. We got a 7 Zeus head held by Gore the God Butcher at 12-1 odds. 12-1 odds for that. Okay. We got Wakanda cameos forever coming in at 16-1 odds. I got that at 16-1 odds. And finally, Ant-Man doing a little window shopping at a troll shop in New Asgard. I got that at 15-1. Score that at 15-1 odds. Now, gentlemen, place your bets.
Also, I want to shout out Tommy's Larry Merchant voice. I feel like I'm watching HBO boxing in 1997. It's wonderful. Well, and we said before that actually you can place a bet on other people's predictions.
Yeah.
So you can distribute your $20 however you like. I'm going to. I like John's risky bet. I'm going to put $5 on, and we're just saying a cast member from a Wakandan of some form.
$5 on Wakandan cameo in the trailer. And
then I'll put a 10 on my safe bet because I'm playing it safe here. I'm going to say Gore the God Butcher. And then
the safe bet of appearance of Gore the God Butcher.
And then my final 5 on my risky bet of we see a dead or a beheaded Zeus.
We got 3 bets in play. 3 bets in play for Zach Huddleston. Could be a massive payout, or Zach could be owing the bank a lot of money. All right, John, what are your bets today?
Similar to Zach, I'm going to split on two different predictions. Zach.
2 bets for John, okay.
I think there's no question that we're going to see Gore the God Butcher in this trailer. We have to see him. So I'm going to put $10 on Zach's risky prediction that we're going to see him first appear with Zeus's severed head. I love that. I think that would be so fun.
$10, and by the way, that would pay off Taika Waititi's exclamation that this is a Russell Crowe performance we've never seen before. Has he ever lost his head in a movie? We know he's been stabbed to death. We know he's jumped off a bridge, I believe. But I do not think we've ever seen him be beheaded.
Good, yeah. And then I'm going to put my final $10 on my safe prediction, which in comparison is now starting to sound a little risky, of Valkyrie's moments from death. Hopefully it's her. If it's another character, I'll be very disappointed, but I think it'll be her.
Last few moments of Valkyrie's life coming in as your safe yet risky bet. Action bets for John. Will he see riches or will he see rags? Only tonight's trailer drop will tell us the truth. Brandon, what are your wagers today?
Okay, I got to put $5 on my own bet that we'll hear Anything for Love.
$5 I got on a Meatloaf tune. Anything for Love. If they play Bat Out of Hell, you will not be paid out. The house only guarantees Anything for Love.
I also got $5 on an Ant-Man cameo. For sure.
$5 on Scott Lang and possibly Bobby Cannavale in New Asgard. If they show up anywhere else but New Asgard, the house will not pay out.
2 for Gore the God Butcher to pay for my parking.
$2 on Gore the God Butcher to pay $1.
And then $8 for Valkyrie dead. I kind of like that.
We got 4 total bets. 1 on Valkyrie being dead, 1 on Gore the God Butcher, 1 on the Lang family, and 1 on a Meatloaf tune. The bets are in, boys. All sales are final. We'll see you tomorrow at the payouts. This has been Mandatory Fun, the segment that keeps us alive so many times. Sometimes we play the graphic for 5. Hit my graphic again.
Oh, what a performance.
Oh, what a performance, Tommy. What a performance.
Also, I love you guys both going all in on Valkyrie getting killed. Not that he has final say in this, but Taika Waititi, I think, would like to keep Tessa Thompson around as much as possible if some rumors
Most definitely.
I want to quick shout out a couple folks in the chat. Alejandro Rodriguez saying, could the Mystery Illuminati member be Nick Fury? I like that thought. He could have been in that empty seat. Maybe even the 838 Nick Fury was off-world in a sword space station, possibly. Frey Girl saying, can we refer to Brandon and John as on-screen producers now?
No.
You know, Off screen's a state of mind more so than it is a
tax haven. It's a tax haven, baby. Don't take away my tax haven.
Even when I was off screen, I demanded to be on camera Tommy, and people were pretty supportive of that.
And then Johnny Strickland 24, thank you for the super chat, sir. Saying not Marvel related, but Chippendale did with Space Jam 2. Wanted to. Yeah. Surprisingly, a pretty dang good movie. We've got a breakdown for it on our channel right now.
Did it come out? Yeah.
Yes. Soon as we're done live here, hop on over and watch that breakdown Eric put together with Whitney's help and a lot of other folks trying to spot all the 100 plus cameos in that film.
This is something we casually talk a lot about around the office too, is that if there are things that you're on the fence about watching, pop on the breakdown, watch the first couple minutes. If you're intrigued, great. Go turn off the breakdown, watch the movie. If you don't want to watch the movie, watch the breakdown. Get all the information you need from that breakdown.
Absolutely. I've been known to do that before in my life. You'll get all the big plot details, the fun bits, any cameos you might have missed. Yes.
We know.
And if you don't want to watch the breakdown, go to YouTube and watch the music video for Mariah Carey's song Breakdown. A hell of a song.
You can't do that.
How about you're going to watch that and not Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Breakdown from 1984?
Yeah, you're right.
And then some hot fire in the super chats here. Stanky the Cat saying, I did the costumes here in LA. It's Namor.
Another potential costume leak, or just going off the vibes of?
I don't know. Stinky the Cat. I hope that's not your legal name, because you might.
Oh no! I once did a wardrobe fitting with Stanky the Cat. It was behind an In-N-Out burger in Chatsworth. Stanky rolled up in a old shag carpeted van, and I went in there and tried on about 45 different outfits. Well, they took pictures. And
you hadn't even booked anything though, had you?
No. The weird thing is they called a payphone, and I just picked up, and they said Tommy, and I was like Stanky, and they're like, I'll be behind the In-N-Out burger at Chatsworth. You'll see the van. The door will fly open. You'll see the carpet, unmistakable. And I'll be honest, I took probably about 1,000 photos that day and a few videos as well, which is weird for a fitting. Normally you don't do a video, but Stanky was insistent.
We want to see how it moves on you.
I gotta watch your midsection. Make sure it's stable.
Oh, Stanky the Cat. Maybe letting some slip. Stanky the Cat. If you're a real industry insider and you want to reach out with anything else, newrockstarsinc@gmail.com is our official business address. Okay. Brandon, you have a Breakroom breakdown you wanted to get into.
Yeah, we were going to talk a little bit about what Eric brought up on the channel today, but we might save that for tomorrow, I think.
Fair.
We've been having too much fun here on the breakdown. A little tease. There's a great video Eric put out about some mix of the 838 universe and what the X-Men there might have been up to. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the breakdown.
Mandatory fun ran a little mandatory long. I apologize.
Well, I mean, we got to make money here on the breakdown in the break room, isn't that true? Tyrannosaurus Bex had a super chat that I found very interesting. They mentioned, can we take a minute to acknowledge the people that were blipped while riding in an airplane that came back only to plummet to their deaths? Hashtag raining men. Also, women are allowed on airplanes. I've had a lot of conversations about this.
I fly Spear Air. It's really nice. You gotta be anatomically male to get off the plane.
Get out of here.
That's the only airport where you have to get patted down. You can't just walk through a check. They got to pat you down. It's really nice though. Complimentary drinks.
The Spear Airline, is Goldberg the pilot there?
Yeah. And he's just spearing people up and down the aisles.
There is
a jackhammer as you land. Sorry, Brandon.
Oh, it's okay. There was a BS answer that I believe the Russos gave about this, where they said, well, when Hulk does his snap to bring back everybody, in his mind he's saying bring them back safely, or the intention behind it is to bring everyone back in a safe way, so people who were up in the air. There's also the thing to consider that the Earth is not in the same spot of space that it was when the blip happened, so people would just be blipped into a random spot of space. I've also theorized, like, what if you were having surgery when you were blipped? Would you come back and your body still be open? What if you had been
giving birth?
What if you were giving birth? What if you'd been stabbed by a knife and you blipped and you come back and now you have a knife wound? All these things. What if someone had built a building where you were standing when you were blipped? But the Russos have said that people were brought back safely, which is such a BS.
What if you were at an orgy? What if you were at an orgy? Half the people disappeared from the orgy. The other half completely turned their lives around. Okay? They completely turned their lives around, became different people those 5 years. Blip reverses. The orgy's back on, 50% less powerful. Do you continue? Or do you go and try and find your mom and dad and the rest of your family? I don't know.
I mean, I think the real horror and the real darkness does exist in the people who got remarried during the blip.
Oh, yeah.
The people who were happy to get away from their abusive partners during the blip and now they're back. Like, that's the real darkness. But if you were in jail and you were blipped away and you blip back, do you have to serve the remainder of your sentence? I don't know.
That would be a fun comic series of like private investigators who like clean up people's blipped lives, like where they're like, I like my old life. Can you keep this person away from me, or can you like sew up this loose end or fix this problem for me?
We actually did
take someone out.
We did a really early episode of Big Question on sort of bliplications and all the weird questions that this question poses that you should check out. But another thing that could be interesting is if Hulk blipped everyone back safely, does that mean that like people with cancer who got dusted and came back now like somehow are healed? All these ailments that people had.
Do you still have? Yeah.
Do you think that they would be?
And also, what if you had a stomach parasite?
Right.
Did the parasite also get blipped inside of you and it comes back with you?
And here's the even crazier thing to think about is that this happened throughout the universe, right? There are plenty of planets where people had no idea what was going on. They didn't know about Thanos. They don't know about Infinity Stones. They don't know anything. So they're just on their planet. One day, half the people disappear. And 5 years later, half those people come back. And they have no idea what it means. It would create chaos on that planet, like religious chaos.
Do you think there would have been some like Avengers outreach? You know, people on Earth trying to send messages to people being, you know, Captain Marvel was like off planet
flying around. Yeah, but there are planets that are not advanced enough to have communication with like other planets and the Grand Galaxy Federation or whatever it's called in the MCU. Nova Corps, I guess, for lack of a better term.
What were you going to say, Tommy?
I was going to say, do you think the show The Big Bang Theory exists in Marvel 616? And like, how were they able to keep churning out joke every 30-second comedy after Thanos blipped? Like, were they just like, did they show up to work the next day and they're like, well, Jim Parsons blipped, Kaylee Cuoco's still here, Johnny Galecki's still here, Simon whatever his name is still here. The other guy's still here. The one guy that's a person of color. Of course, I can't remember his name.
Mayim Bialik's still here.
Mayim Bialik's still here. You know, the whole gang. Most of them didn't blip. Chuck Lorre did blip, though. Unfortunately,
we know for a fact. We know for a fact that the Big Bang Theory exists in the MCU. Because if you don't remember, in the first Black Panther movie, Killmonger actually says "Bazinga" right before he tosses his cousin off the waterfall.
He's like, "I love that show." That's whispers under his breath.
I'm your king now, Bazinga.
And on that note, rest in peace, Chuck Lorre. Snapped before your time. We want to thank everybody for watching today. Another break room from home, as live as ever, but a little bit more remote than ever.
Yeah.
Again, we're probably going to be in a similar situation tomorrow and Wednesday. We hope you'll join us. We'll probably be making some tweaks along the edges. But then, fingers crossed, Thursday, we're back in studio for the rest of eternity. A lot of folks working behind the scenes to get that figured out. But we thank you for your patience. We thank you for watching. Check out that Chip and Dale's breakdown that just dropped on the new Rockstars channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And not Chip and Dale's, but Chip and Dale's. And we leave you with this musical interlude from Tommy Bechtold.